Sorry, it's just this movie's food porn, and it's chef all over again. Just really, really hungry thinking about this movie. Ratatouille is Pixar's 8th movie. It's the second one by Brad Bird and tells the story of Remy, a rat living in France who really wants to make something of himself rather than just be another rat amongst a colony of rats. His dad is the leader of this clan, and he doesn't feel like Remy can really go beyond what rats are supposed to do. So after an incident with a house owner, Remy gets separated from his clan and ends up in Paris, France, and he ends up at the restaurant of this chef that he greatly admires. And so the rest of the movie is pretty much him teaming up with this screw-up of a garbage boy who accidentally turns into a chef, and the two of them work together to really make a great restaurant. It's a weird plot, admittedly, but it's Pixar, so it's surprisingly well made. Now, at the point Ratatouille came out, I was still in my anti-animation phase. I did see this in the theaters, though I really was reluctant to see it. But when I saw it, I actually liked it, and this was in my anti-animation phase. I wasn't really in love with it like I was with The Incredibles, Finding Nemo, Toy Story, and A Bug's Life, and so on, but I did think it was still really good. The movie really has this amazing look, like the animation's stellar, but the way Paris looks, it makes it feel like a foreign film, like the best foreign animated film ever made, except it's an American-made film. The character designs are still really cool because it's Brad Bird, and his character designs are a lot more creative and out there compared to the human designs of other Pixar characters. But I love it. Voice actors are all great. Patton Oswalt voices Remy, and he perfectly fits that character and his fascination with food, because one of the reasons Brad Bird hired Patton Oswalt was due to a stand-up that Oswalt did involving food. Once again, Pixar knows how to pick their voice actors. It's very funny at points, getting a lot of laughs from either just simple goofiness or interaction between characters, like the dynamic Remy has with this garbage boy turned chef whose name is Alfredo Linguini. And yes, that is two pasta names just mixed together into a full human name. And I really like the end of the movie. Like, the rest of the movie's good, but the ending, I feel, is great. The ending has this statement about critics, because there's a critic character in this movie, voiced by Peter O'Toole, and it's this statement on how critics basically function. And aside from that statement and speech about critics that, now that I'm doing this, hits home, the movie has a strong and very cautionary message about you can do anything, but the question is, should you do something? You can't pursue cooking or filmmaking unless you really have your heart into it. If you don't have your heart into it, you shouldn't be doing what you're doing. And that's something that Remy takes to the fullest extent, and anyone else who has their heart and passion into something they love should really go out and pursue it. You want to be a writer, love writing? Go do it. Want to make movies and love movies? Go do that. Just as long as you have your passion in it, you will succeed. Now, here's one of the reasons why I don't think Ratatouille is one of my favorite Pixar movies. It's one of my least favorite Pixar movies, which still means it's really good. But the big problem I have with the movie is with the character of Alfredo Linguini. The reason I have a problem with this is because I was really invested in Remy finding his passion for cooking and trying to make something of himself beyond just being a rat that steals garbage, which that's really compelling. But once we get introduced to Linguini's character, he's just kind of a bumbling doofus, and in a setting where all of the human characters have French accents, he is American for whatever reason. And there's a twist that makes his American accent even more... Why is that there? So it's a problem, and it kind of distracts from the more engaging part of the movie, which, funny enough, it's the weirdest part of the movie, a rat that likes to cook. But regardless, Ratatouille gets better every time I see it. I start out just liking it, and now I really like it and love the ending. The ending is the best part of the movie for me. But the movie as a whole is really good. It may be one of my least favorite Pixar movies, but it's still really, really good. Worth seeing in your lifetime, but like the movie Chef, if you see this movie, bring lots of food with you, lots of good food, like cook yourself a really nice lunch or dinner while you watch it, because watching this movie is torture to your appetite if you haven't eaten. And that's my review for Ratatouille. Leave a comment and tell me what you thought of the movie. If you've seen it, what did you think? Like, subscribe, share me with your friends, and this is the real Mr. Robinson telling you there is only one.